something's gotta change. If I want to go pro in this game, I can't keep going on this current trajectory. It's just too slow and unsustainable. I believe for me to get to Radiant in game, just the first step of this pro journey, I have to get to Radiant in real life. But I need to get you caught up on the past few weeks. Starting at the release of episode 4, September 12th. At that time, I had an upcoming youth camp that I signed on to do media. But it was the same week of the episode 5 release, September 26th. I did not have it ready by then. But that was okay, because I could work on it after the camp, right? My plan was to just float around and see what happens anyway. Nope. The camp and time away absolutely destroyed my momentum, and I didn't open DaVinci for weeks afterwards. But making slight adjustments did not fix it. I researched motivation, discipline, and consistency to see if I could use science to remake the schedule, but researching the thing is not doing the thing. Restart. Remake the schedule better than it ever has been. This time, I have inspiration to get me through and build upon to make this the best schedule I've ever had. But I first had to finish the videos for the camp. Way overdue. I did a workshop to find out exactly my next steps to level up my content game. I learnt a lot, not just of the steps I have to take next, but the steps after that. But then, I remembered Zasco 2 just so happened to be in one of my deathmatch lobbies, and someone mentioned his channel. That channel became gold. Or should I say radiant? But how do you put this into a schedule? Or not even that. How do I use everything in front of me to improve? These past weeks I've been playing expecting to improve subconsciously. But if I want to level up, and level up fast, I'm going to need to consciously improve. But another thing I noticed was that I was trying to improve too much at once, splitting the types of thoughts I was having, too thin to my liking, too broad. To gain excellence in esports, which is what I need, I'm going to have to think exclusively on esports, Valorant, and content. I have too much to do in just those fields alone that I believe spending energy to focus on things like finances and self-development will take from everything else. Here's how I was previously reading. I would buy 3 books at a time, finish them, and get another 3, and mull over everything unconsciously. But now, I'm not buying any more books. I believe I have enough knowledge from what I've currently read that if I've mastered just these few books, I would have a major advantage. But this doesn't mean I'm going to lock myself in a room and play Valorant and make videos all day. I still have obligations, work, chores, relationships, hobbies. These are just a few of the things I have to let into this schedule. Like Thanos, we're going to make things perfectly balanced, like all things should be, but have more of a bias toward the things that I need to work on more. But right as I started to get back into the flow of things, I had a financial scare, but nothing happened. So, I took a week to recover mentally before getting back to things, and really enjoyed playing some Minecraft with friends. I hadn't picked up that game in ages. It felt good to play it again. Anyway, that whole situation amounted to nothing and I had to get back to making videos, but something weird happened. I've never had a real massive issue with our home internet. It's great even though it occasionally cuts out. But it usually comes back after a few seconds. But this time, it stayed slow and bad for days. I'm talking less than a megabit per second download speeds. The ranked Valorant lobbies were not the place to test my luck with this internet. So I've stopped playing until I had that fixed. But luckily, with Christmas just around the corner, my loving father helped me find what I needed, and now we have something that will help my internet consistency. It's on the way though. Thanks, Dad. That pretty much covers everything except the details of a couple of situations that I just want to move on from right now. So, to sum up, 1. Going away, despite being nice to go away, destroys momentum if I don't have a plan. 2. I need to focus on mastering the skills I need for content in Valorant more than anything else. But I will spend time outside of those 2 areas, as the situations show up. 3. There is something wrong with the internet, specifically at my desk. But we have a solution coming to solve it. But before I begin to explore my schedule, here's a quick overview of some tasks I have to put in. 1. My morning routine consists of a little home workout routine I came up with, and a shower which I turn cold for the final minutes before getting out. My night routine consists of a few stretches and meditation after I come home from a 7 PM walk. I have my reconnection time, which is about 15 to 30 minutes of reconnecting with my dream of winning champs and the path to that dream. Finally, work. As a casual worker, these hours are subject to change, but I can work around them. But unfortunately, even after a couple of weeks, my schedule is quite loose. So I hope to get it back to a stage where the schedule determines my movements and not the other way around. But with all this in mind, I still had to come up with a new schedule. So here's what I came up with. Bear in mind, this is splitting my week into 3 parts. Monday and Tuesdays, game days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, editing days, which is also where I put work in that. And then Saturday and Sunday, just review and adjust. But the framework is as follows. 6 AM. I wake up and start my morning routine with a small home workout and shower. 7 AM. Read through one of my books and do one of the house chores. 8 AM. Reconnection time and/or government reporting and accounts on a Wednesday usually. 9 AM. AIM labs on a Monday and Tuesday. Editing, scripting, or work on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. 10:30 AM. Practice in the range, or short break from editing before getting back into it. 11:30 AM. Team deathmatches, or lunch break for editing days. 12 PM. Deathmatches or more editing. 12:30 PM. Comp games, or Wednesday through Thursday, AIM labs at 1 PM. 3 PM. More deathmatches or scripting content. 4 PM. VODs on a Monday and Tuesday. 5 PM. Daily cutoff where I play Minecraft or watch YouTube for a couple hours to simulate a typical 9 to 5 job. 7 PM. Run or walk. 8 PM. Nightly routine. 9 PM. Bedtime. But for weekends, I put more emphasis on reviewing the week and adjusting as necessary. But how can this be tracked? That is where this little spreadsheet comes in. The Zasco 2 IRL ranked sheet I partly personalized but still need to work on. This is still a work in progress as I need to work out a way in order to change the sheet up with my days differing in focuses. I'm probably overthinking it, but would love to have a drop-down menu that changes the tasks based on the day. There is 100% a simple approach that I am overlooking, if you guys want to help me out with that. Anyway, I'm going to continue working on that. Upcoming content, episode 7 will recap the series so far and summarize what's happened, and episode 8 will be the start of something new, not sure, still thinking that through. After that, I'm going to leave Plat Pro for a few weeks to work on it more now that I've changed it a fair bit. But in the meantime, I'll start off next year with some VOD reviews and look at more weekly content and potentially some short form content as well. I'll see you next week for episode 7.